Right. See if we can talk to you then, see if you're sailing. Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in 2 places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a rough time, Worthy, what with all these rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report? About the killing at the police department, right. The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Alright. So it needs to be the evidence room. We just need to figure out how to get in. Somehow. Which may not be a thing that I can do yet. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I don't know about that. Okay, Where have all our policemen gone? All our people in general. Guess I could ask her about the photos and such. Oh. Not that button. Okay, we already presented that to her. Would you take a look at this? You? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the teas. It leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. Knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is a wasted time. Okay, we did say this was a hint, right? Or he suggested something about it? No. Mark. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guardroom. But even I get flustered sometimes. So, you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed toward the chain-link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. If 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr, you lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? SL9? Alright. Why is AG not here? Work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Okay, so probably nothing in here. Nothing new. I better get the people to appear. You, fetch the people. This guard monitors the visitors' room. One murder at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. He must be frozen with fear, thinking that he might be next. Don't scare the poor guy. Alright. Blue Badger. Save me. So this is the police mascot, is it? Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the dancing Blue Badger, Tourniquet Magic, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely, it's cutting-edge stuff. Very... now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. No! Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. Okay, and then just stuff that could be examined, but it's just computers. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Yeah, okay. Alright. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. I don't know about that. Alright. Where are the people? Mr. Wright, do you know what? Yes, pandas. We had this talk too. Alright, we've been inside and we've talked to all people who are people. We could also spray more things for luminol, but I don't think that I get to do that, really. Wait, hold on. That's where we find that note. 221 SL9. The SL9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. Okay, is that like a missing piece of dialogue that we didn't have? Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh wait, do I just... Oh, it's got her name on it! Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. And just what kind of world do you think we live in? Okay. Oh, and there's spray to use. There we go. Alright. Okay, is there blood on the phone? Yeah. Where's that? A to examine. This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Also a specific set of numbers, but I guess those are... Alright, show me blood in a place that shouldn't be. Blood on the divider. Blood on the mystery computer. Blood on the fence from someone trying to climb it. Okay. My guess maybe is I might have to... Oh, now I can talk about SL9. Okay. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence. Of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? And just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Ricky? What? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help if you tempt him with his treat. Steak lunch received from Ms. Starr. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, and it made me jealous. And he was nice to me, too, back then. Well, this would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are cooperating on this investigation. We're putting past arrest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Professor Jake Marshall. Alright. So now that we can pacify Marshall, maybe we can go to the police department and he'll be there? There we go. February 23, police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you! Detective Gumshoe! Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm busy man. I really need a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. There's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. We just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? The perpetrator? You have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station agents. Everything topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, I know I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Oink. Wait, don't leave! If you want to know more, head down to Detention Center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I'll figure he's dead and having a good cry. Later. Okay. You ran off the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay, well, let's go see if we can see the investigation room first, and then we'll check out the, No. Okay. Police department entrance. Detention center. February 23, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they got the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say. No! Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Officer Meekins! So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You? Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh dear. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Now, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went down to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. And that's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow, wow, 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 wow. Okay, what the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I'd blacked out. And when I came to, I was here. In the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, tell me about the victim first. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. And about your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, what happened? Well, the detective pointed that knife at me. I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? And then I looked down, and I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock, oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. Interesting. You stabbed with this knife? Officer Meekins, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I want you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Poor fella. Don't know if I would ask him about anything else. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir, really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Okay, alright. So that was interesting.